This is for you and me and COVID-19.
Today's vlog is going to be a little different. We're going to share a little story.
Story vlog.
Logan and I are going to share. So today's vlog, we are going to share.
I was working at the YMCA with her brother, Andrew, and me and him became good friends, and we're going to Kings Island a lot right after work. And one time when we were at Kings Island, we're going by the Adventure Express, I see this really cute girl just all of a sudden just starts sprinting towards Andrew, and I'm like, what in the world? How does he just get a random girl like that just to run up to him? Like, who does he meet? How does he act? What? I just thought I was gonna have to study like everything that this guy does. But then he goes, "This is my sister." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we start walking. I knew at the time that she had a boyfriend, so I wasn't going to try anything. But I can't remember what I said. But I said some sarcastic comment to her friend Nick, and I really didn't mean anything by it, but
it was rude. So I walk away from the conversation thinking, wow, that guy is a piece of work. I don't ever want to talk to him again. I don't ever want to see him again. And that was my takeaway from it. Where his takeaway was...
she seems awesome. I might get to know her more, but she has a boyfriend, so I mean, it'd be cool just to hang out. Womp womp. So I wasn't gonna try anything. I was just gonna hang out with you, if anything.
But like...
with your brother.
2 days later, that boyfriend decided to end things. Ha! So, Logan didn't know that at the time, but my brother decided to have a bonfire, and I invited people, he invited people. We had a night to face forward.
No, sorry, I was just thinking.
So we had a night where we had our friends over. My parents were really awesome to just let us use their space all the time for us to hang out with people. So Andrew invited Logan and some other people, and I invited my friend Olivia.
At this point, I did know.
Yes. Yeah. I was getting there.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of when I actually knew.
Yeah, you found out, like, right before the bonfire.
Your brother, he shared everything.
Andrew decided to share my life story with Logan. So, we're sitting around the bonfire. Logan and I had talked... Had we talked on Facebook at that point?
That was at the bonfire. You were across it.
Yeah.
Messaging.
So, at the bonfire...
Spoiler.
Sorry. Logan messages me and says, you invite all these people over and you're just going to be on your phone? That was what it was. You invite all these people over and you're just going to be on your phone? And I said, oh, I'm sorry, but to tell you the truth, we're talking about you, or something along those lines. It's very cringy. I have to just... So, I said that. Then Logan, being who he is, sweet boy, he said, you farted.
No, I didn't. I swear.
Okay. So he says, what did you say?
I said, well, if you don't mind, what are you guys saying? That's what I said in the messaging.
No. He said, but if it's about me, I assume you can't tell me.
Yes.
And I said, I mean...
I'm an open book.
So, at that point, it was like I was starting to get to know him, realizing that he's not as much of a jerk as I originally thought. Still was not seriously attracted to him. He's very handsome, and I love him so much. But at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, he's so nerdy. He's so cringy. He's a jerk. At that point, I was starting to get over the he's a jerk point, but I was thinking, wow, he's really nerdy. Star Wars, not really a huge fan of that. Hate me all you want, but that was very nerdy to me. So then,
Start riots.
what?
I said they're gonna start riots.
So then we're texting back and forth, whatever. Well, he asks me out to go to ice cream. And I tried to find every excuse possible not to go. And then I was like, well, you know what? It's free ice cream. I can't pass that up. Andrew had been telling both of us separately that we needed to go out and get to know each other because he just had a strong feeling that we would really hit it off and have a good time. So he asked me out on a date. I was actually going out of town to spend the weekend with my grandparents. When I came home,
we went out for ice cream at Fluff's Ice Cream Parlor over near the Village Green in Fairfield. Advertisement, but not advertisement. Anyways, so me knowing her whole life story, and that's not an over exaggeration. I really did know almost everything about her due to Andrew. We had ice cream. We walked around. She was telling me stuff, and I kept saying, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know." She's like, well, "How do you know all of this?" I'm like, "Your brother just told me everything."
Literally everything,
And
like down to my relationships and what went wrong and who ended it with who, and it was wild. So knowing that he was pursuing me with knowing all of those things, that was like really big to me because there were a lot of not so great things that he found out about my past.
just walking around, there's a little neighborhood behind the ice cream place, so we got to walk around there and hold hands and talk. And
It took him a long time to hold my hand though as we were walking. So
True. Then we went to go watch fireworks at your friend Tony's house.
yeah. So we get to Tony's house. Yay, fun. We're sitting around the bonfire. We're all talking. And Tony's friend says, "How long have you guys been together?" And Logan goes, "Tonight's our first date." And the guy was like, "Oh, right on." So that was cool. Well, we were waiting for Andrew, my brother, to get there because we hung out with Andrew a lot in our early dating stages. And we were sitting in the car waiting for him, and oh my gosh, we had our first kiss on our first date. So that happened, and it was just really crazy because when I left for the date, I was thinking, like, I'm only going for the free ice cream. And I came home afterwards and came to my mom and said, "I think I'm going to marry him someday." So it was like total change from when we first met to when he asked me out to when I left for the date to when I came home from the date. And it was really just
You got the moves.
crazy because I had previously been engaged. It was a little crazy, and so it was really hard for me to even think those thoughts, like, oh, I could marry this guy someday. But with that date, I really did come home knowing that he was one day going to be my husband. Hey!
See ya.
Bye!
It's not stopping.
I'm not even on you anymore.
Drama.